King of the Road.
Thanks for watching the King of the Road show. I'm Jim King. During the next half hour, we'll be previewing next weekend's Texas Rice Festival in Winnie. We've come full circle since Hurricane Ike wreaked havoc on our people, property, and the 2008 Southeast Texas Fall Festival schedule. The Texas Rice Festival, one of last year's biggest hurricane casualties, will triumphantly return to Winnie Stoll Park on September 30th through October 3rd. Before we look down the road at that fun-filled event, we'll cruise to LaBelle's Pine Tree Lodge, the place where the road ends and the fun begins. Located on Taylor's Bayou in LaBelle, Pine Tree Lodge is a Southeast Texas favorite for its delicious food, ice-cold drinks, rustic environment, scenic views, and live music. Ride shotgun with me as we take a little road trip to Pine Tree Lodge in LaBelle.
One man has the power to take you behind the scenes. Jim King of the Road.
Jim King of the Road.
Nestled on the scenic banks of Taylor's Bayou in LaBelle, Pine Tree Lodge is definitely worth the road trip from anywhere in the Golden Triangle. Open since the 1920s, Pine Tree Lodge was never really a lodge at all. It simply began as a refreshment stand serving beer and soft drinks to local fishermen. According to the owner, Norma Miller, the Pine Tree Lodge is one of the oldest businesses in Jefferson County that still has the same name.
Here for years, since the 20s, there's been a Pine Tree.
Newly remodeled after devastating damage from Hurricane Ike, Pine Tree Lodge reopened its doors in March of 2009. The restaurant was engulfed in about 3 feet of water. Miller and her son Mike were forced to gut the entire interior and rebuild from the ground up. Look at these pictures that Mike took of the devastating hurricane damage. In fact, we took some Pine Tree Lodge pictures of our own. They ended up in our Hurricane Ike DVD, Riding the Storm Out with Jim King of the Road. Of course, LaBelle also suffered from a lot of flooding. You couldn't even get to one of my favorite watering holes, Pine Tree Lodge. The road was completely flooded. And like the other flooded areas we visited, there was that nasty, stinky smell, a mixture of sewage, mud, and dead animals. Sure hope that Pine Tree Lodge is able to recover from this horrific event soon. Of course, the Millers did rebuild Pine Tree Lodge, and they came back stronger than ever.
Of course, it took us 6 months to do all the what we done inside.
Yeah, it's just beautiful now with the woodwork, and I understand you and your son Mike did a lot of it, and
Yes.
Sandy,
Yes,
the whole family.
Sandy, the whole family,
The whole
yes.
family kicked in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if it, I don't know whether I could have came. I couldn't have come back without it. Let's face it.
Well, it really looks like you came back bigger and better than ever.
Yes, we have.
Yeah.
We're so proud of it.
Norma Miller has owned the Pine Tree Lodge for more than 20 years. Prior to that, she and her husband Ken owned and operated the Stingray in Crystal Beach during the late 1970s and early 80s. While Pine Tree Lodge may be a new restaurant on the inside, the Millers still serve their tried and true recipes that keep their loyal customers coming back.
Yeah, we didn't change nothing.
No.
You know, we didn't change any of our recipes. We didn't change anything. We came back because everybody liked us the way we was.
Yeah.
So if it's right, well, don't. If it's not broke, don't fix it.
Oh, and speaking of fixing things, they're always fixing up great food in the Pine Tree Lodge kitchen. The most famous items are the mouth-watering fried shrimp and catfish battered in a special mixture of cornmeal, cracker meal, and flour. With such a diverse menu, everyone is sure to find something to tempt their taste buds. My personal favorite is the sautéed catfish and shrimp.
We're at the beautiful Pine Tree Lodge here in LaBelle on scenic Taylor's Bayou. Been coming here a long time, and I'm telling you what, if you want a great meal and some great entertainment, this is the place to come. Pine Tree Lodge. I'm having sautéed catfish over rice. You can't go wrong with anything on the menu. For the best seafood, the steaks, the burgers, sandwiches, all freshly homemade. Right here at the Pine Tree Lodge, the rustic Pine Tree Lodge, I like to call it. After dinner, we can go out and probably see a gator or two, a live one, floating down the bayou.
Oh, and while we're talking about gators, whatever you do, don't feed the gators. According to Norma, it's against the law to feed the alligators, and law enforcement could fine you up to $500.
This is one of my favorite meals here. Heart healthy, and they have this great sauce. It's a family recipe, the Miller family, the owners. that includes Worcestershire, I'm sure, because I taste Worcestershire. And being a connoisseur of Worcestershire and Bloody Marys, it's just outstanding. Homemade beans, green beans with bacon and ham, and just delicious coleslaw. This is freshest, crispest coleslaw. And you can't forget these. Their fried items are just delicious. Fried hush puppies. Again, all homemade, all fresh, right here at Pine Tree Lodge in beautiful LaBelle. Quite often they have live entertainment here. In fact, today we'll be visiting with Dave Shaw Eazy, local legends here in Southeast Texas. If you've been around this neck of the woods for a long time, you'll remember Dave Shaw Eazy from the 70s and 80s. Well, they took maybe a couple of decades off and got back together several years ago, and they're hotter than ever. Dave Shaw from this area. In fact, the whole band is from Southeast Texas, born and raised here. Again, if you want a delicious meal, if you want a cold drink, great entertainment with great views over the scenic Bayou, come to Pine Tree Lodge. I gotta try this catfish though. That is the star of this plate. That is a fresh Southeast Texas catfish if I ever tasted one. This dish has bell pepper and onions on top over rice with that secret Miller family recipe. One of the best meals I've had since I went to Italy.
It's the King of the Road Show, and we're checking out the Pine Tree Lodge in LaBelle. Coming up next, the smooth sounds of Dave Shaw and Eazy.